all came in this morning for solidarity and basically the unity of the both sides with the arrival of the minister that should be visiting here today. And the location, according to our information, was at the collectivité. So that's why we are here to actually show our solidarity. I met also with a representative of the teachers union from Guadeloupe that resides here on the northern side. And basically it is a known face that we always would meet at the level of the regional level of the Caribbean Union of Teachers. So that was also very positive. But I have no clue at this moment what is happening due to the fact that we noticed that there was a shift from the media, the Guadeloupe media. They left the collectivité, and seemingly, as it's been said, they're heading up to the sous-prefecture. And I feel then that the group here should be regrouped. Leadership should take role in saying, well, let's march to that area also, to the sous-prefecture. Let us walk up to the sous-prefecture or go up to the sous-prefecture. But right now, I have no clue of what is happening. But in solidarity, as I already stated, because the issues I believe that are on the table for the respect of the workers' rights, they are very valid issues. We also see some of those issues reoccurring in the southern side. So it is not something that we cannot, how we would say, we cannot distinguish ourselves with. But we would stay around a few more minutes to see what the further development will be and give you an update.
What I want to start off by saying that a great St. Martin patriot once said that the gale doesn't stop at the border, and we feel as though what happens in the north will also affect the south also. At the end of the day, it's a workers' issue, all right? If you recall, this struggle has been going on for a number of months already. From what I understand, there has been significant pushback from the state. Of course, it's representative in the person of the president, of course. And we here to show support, to let our comrades in the north know that they are not alone and that we are watching, we are paying attention, and we are going to offer support in the best form that we can.
Is it your intentions as unions on the Dutch side to at least step up your game to ensure that government too over on this side is speedily addressing the issues of your concern? Mr. Short, for instance, you in particular have been addressing those for a very long time now. Seemingly nothing is happening.
Well, basically, we as joint unions on the southern side would have to come together and finalize our decisions on what are the actions, whether we would step up and how we would step up. This has to happen in a joint union meeting that has not happened as yet. So it would be a kind of premature for me to tell you anything of the game or the actions that we would be taking in the near future, because so far we had our joint meetings with our membership, and therefore it behooves us to sit again on the table and see how far we have gotten or what are the developments, whether it's positive, negative. But it seems all the time that once we make 2 steps forward, sometimes we make 10 backwards. So we have to sit as leadership of the unions and plan our step forward.
You know what we've done with it right now? Go home because President said he can't pay every year, he can't take out the in. But then they want to tell us these people are in their lives. Look at that responsibility of these scholars and them. Why the media want to tell them today? Somebody want to hold them 150 something children. Why you want to tell them? No, they call him Nicole. Don't be calling Nicole. Tell them that ask someone what's their problem before you start to tell them what you have to tell them, because we already hear it. We hear what's the problem. But the problem is what you say is not solving the situation, not even in the schools, the workers in them. You're talking about 16 workers. There was not only 16 workers. we asked for 33 workers. Why it have 17 can be integrated and why the 16 for the sitters cannot be integrated? And why could you have taken, you take more than the 16 that we asked for on the collectivity? You take more than 16. We saw a list with 38 from the collectivity. You could tell me today that you take 38 on the collectivity and the 16 that they be in there. What have their rights? They have their rights. Some did not sign a contract. And you want to say in that contract today? Some that sign a contract and asked to be annulled because they realized that it was a trick they had been putting in? No. And those are mothers today. They can't pay their bills. And they can't feed their children. And they come to us as a union to help them. Okay, well, so what you got to say concerning that now? Tell them what you got to say, because in what you're saying, the team has the situation.
Team 16, team 17, team 22, 75.
75?
Why 75? Yes, it was 75.
I want to know the 75 they have here. The 75 and the, no, you have to be realistic, President. The 75 that Mud Asin gives higher have nothing to do with the 38 that you decide to take. Why could you take 30? No, you take 38. Inside of the 38, it had some that we asked for. Of course, for the collectivity and the citizen, there's the same thing. There's the same thing. No, we got to stop separating it. We have to stop separating it. We have to stop separating it.
I'm not a technician.
Yeah. But that's just what you have to do. Act like a politician and let a technician do their work. Because if you're not leaving them do their work, they tell you that they're wrong. And it had technicians, they tell you that they're wrong. It had technicians that come tell us yesterday and say it have a possibility. No. I don't it had a technician that you sent to us the union yesterday. And the technician said it have a possibility for it to be solved. Okay? And I read the technician what they got before. Wait, before I go into that, the technicians were there. The technicians, they weren't there. The technicians, they weren't there. We know, they tell you that the others are employees and in the 16 that they don't want to take at all, that they have their rights. We know that they tell them, they tell you so. Okay? The technician that you're talking about, listen to what he wants to do. Listen to what he wants to do. No, listen to what he wants to do. No, I want to report you in front of employees because you want to make them feel that we the syndicate ain't doing nothing for them. And no, pick up a pick up a glass, go home, and then you go home and you have to hand it. You say, no, pick it up and set it up.
No, I cannot say so. I never said so.
Vous êtes là pour parler. Faut pas vous toucher les gens. Touche pas les gens.
I have to say, it's so sad to see what's really happening right now. We was at the collectivity waiting for the minister in order for to see that not only the collectivity workers, but the population is suffering. We are suffering, and we want her to know that we were peacefully at the collectivity. They shipped the meeting on us. They shipped the meeting on us. Everyone ended up on the roundabout, and there now, as we get to the roundabout, the gendarmes start to tear gas us. We was peacefully on the roundabout. We was not doing nothing on the roundabout. Okay, and we just want her to see our presence to show that we are not happy, we are not satisfied. And therefore, look at this. Gendarmes we are facing what today. Gendarmes, no, I don't need it. Because we always here peacefully. St. Martin is facing a lot of problems.
We want Gibbs here. On veut pas Gibbs ici. Non, we don't want Gibbs.
Laissez what she have to say. Je suis représentant donc de Swaliga United Collectif et nous avons donc choisi d'unir un certain nombre d'associations et de syndicats parce que nous avons constaté qu'après donc le passage de l'ouragan Irma, il y a look, please.
We don't want him come. We don't want him come. He no use. Continue. He no use. Continue. Leave him continue.
Il y a donc un traitement donc qu'on affiche à Saint-Martin.
Je me suis arrêtée quelques minutes, c'est normal parce que vous êtes là, vous êtes des citoyens de Saint-Martin et je vais toujours à la rencontre des populations partout où je vais. On va pas, c'est très compliqué de parler comme ça, donc ce que je vous propose c'est de recevoir une délégation demain après-midi, la préfète va le voir avec vous. C'est bon, on peut pas se parler comme ça. Donc je vous vois bien et donc on va pouvoir discuter avec vous de l'ensemble des sujets que vous voulez défendre. C'est normal qu'il y ait de la transparence sur ce qu'on est en train de faire ici à Saint-Martin sur la reconstruction. C'est normal que les citoyens soient informés. C'est normal que vous ayez envie de me dire des tas de choses d'ailleurs sur la reconstruction de Saint-Martin, là où on est bon, là où vous estimeriez qu'on ne serait pas bon. C'est pas au rendez-vous qu'il faudrait. Moi j'ai l'habitude d'aller et d'écouter chacun, donc je vais le faire. Je vais vous donner aussi les réponses de ce que je peux vous dire sur comment on accompagne, comment on avance. Que certes, je trouve que tout est beaucoup trop lent, mais ça y est, on commence à voir les choses arriver. Donc c'est bien qu'on qui ont fini leur contrat à durée déterminée. Il n'y a pas Sur ce sujet-là, ce n'est pas à moi de répondre. C'est un sujet local et que local. Mais sur merci beaucoup. Merci. Que vous voulez, on en parle demain. Je vais vous dire tout ça tout à l'heure. Moi, je pense que vers 20h ce soir, vous saurez. D'accord? 20h ce soir, vous saurez.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Well, it has been a long and tedious day for the entire French St. Martin, as many persons were waiting the arrival of the Minister of Overseas Territories. As you may have known, the French side has been protesting for a number of days now, and this boiled over on Thursday when residents decided that enough is enough. In fact, the various unions decided to call a general strike, which was represented by 4 unions. And the collectivity, of course, we know of Nicole Javois, and they have been here on this Saturday all day long protesting because they want the minister who is visiting to know that they are very disappointed with the way things have been going since the passing of Hurricane Maria and Irma back in September 2017. Now, what happened? The minister was supposed to have been at the collectivity. Nonetheless, this was stopped or halted because of the many persons peacefully protesting, showing means and ways that they are dissatisfied with the way things are going. The minister opted not to come to the Hotel de Collectivité, but instead go to Galisby, where the protesters decided to go as well. And of course, because of the situation as is, it happened that the Shaddam, who is also here to keep the peace, the Royal Police are here to keep the peace as well. And because of their being here and the involvement of the manner in which things got out of hand, many persons were sprayed. In fact, I got a dose of that as well, so was Ricardo. And we could see that enforcement officers are coming. In fact, more gendarmes are on the scene at this time. So it is rather chaotic situation here in Marigot at the roundabout should I say Lady Liberty of Freedom Point roundabout in Marigot. At one point the traffic was halted for a number of, should I say, almost 30 minutes. The vehicles were not able to move, and in fact the traffic started moving very sluggishly at this time. So the situation on the French side today, Saturday, has been one of disheartening, taking into consideration the fact that residents were actually ill-treated by the Shaddams. And of course, this all boiled down to residents pelting stones as well, while many of them were getting pepper sprayed by law officials.
And here comes the gendarmes who are supposed to do their work in a very responsible, orderly manner, and they choose to attack innocent women. I myself, who played one role, which is to make sure that our women don't get into trouble with the forces, I got tear gassed. That's what I said earlier on, and I pointed out the woman gendarme who is directly responsible, and she seems to have a very racist attitude. That is the second time I've witnessed her in action. 2 weeks ago at the Central Kitchen in Grand Cars, I tried to put myself in a position to prevent people from innocently getting in trouble. The woman came from nowhere and just pushed me. I just deal with it in a very philosophical manner. I just laugh. But here she is again on the scene this afternoon, provoking our women.
Hey, Ma. How you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Viv now.
You know who you're for?
I need to know who you're for.
Contact Wib today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices. The Wynwood Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
Hello, St. Martin. My name is Stephanie Medina, and I play football with the Walichi Women's Soccer team. I have represented St. Martin in many different games. For example, the Dutch Caribbean Women's Soccer Cup. I played against Bonaire, Aruba, and Curacao right here in this stadium. Sports matter to me because it makes me happy, it keeps me fit and healthy, and it is very fun. So I asked the business community to take on this challenge and help us rebuild our facilities. And I also asked the community to nominate the local businesses in your area and take on the challenge and step up for sport. Why? Because sports matter. Check out the Department of Sport Facebook page for more information. Hashtag sports matter, hashtag are you in?
The issue of the dispute regulation is a major one. It's been so for many years. Having come into Parliament just over a year now, I personally have not seen sufficient progress, and I will express to the members that we will be lobbying with that the current law that is about to be presented to the Tweede Kamer is not something that is what the intention of a dispute regulation is. That needs to be made very clear to them and let them understand that St. Martin, together with Curacao and Aruba, is not happy with the proposal that is on the table. I think the intention is to hold one head at 3 of the islands. I intend to also bring in the fact that, it is unfortunate that our other sisters and brothers of Bonaire, Statia, and Saba are not covered in this dispute regulation, and therefore have even had to take the Netherlands to court with certain disputes that they have. And that is not a direction that St. Martin and Curacao and Aruba is going to want to have to do in absence of a dispute regulation to now have to take, our kingdom partner to the court. But in the absence of a dispute regulation, I believe the islands should not wait any longer. And if there are urgent disputes that are hurting the people of our islands, then perhaps it might be the case where St. Martin will have to take serious consideration in using the courts to handle certain disputes. And this can all be avoided if a proper dispute regulation is finally in place. But I, for one, am not going to sit down for 9 years. That 9 years have passed since this dispute regulation was supposed to be in place. I will not be a member of Parliament that's going to sit for 9 years and wait for it. If I believe the members of the Tweede Kamer are going to pass this law as is, something that is unfair and not the spirit of the intention of a dispute regulation, then my person will say, you know what, then okay, if you really don't want to do a proper dispute regulation, then St. Martin and the other islands are going to have to seriously consider whether the courts are an option for us to handle disputes. And that is definitely not what we want to do. But I'm also not going to sit down idly by and let another 9 years pass where we have failed as members of parliament in the past collectively to get the job done.